Welcome. God, I guess we're doing it. I want to take you guys with me a little bit. I want to try to be more visual with some of the random stuff we're doing. So this is start one of maybe. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Right now, I am literally fighting traffic. I'm trying to make it down to LA. Gonna head over to the Nintendo Switch 2 event, the Switch 2 experience, what we call it. So for those of you who don't know, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out in June. A lot of discourse around that, but for just the sake of right now, this console's coming out June, and so I was invited by Nintendo. I was able to get a hands-on ticket to be one of the first people to come experience in LA, which I'm super excited for. Anybody that knows me knows like my whole life revolves around Nintendo. I am a big Nintendo person. I think no matter what Nintendo does, they always seem to get me back. They're the most toxic relationship in my life, but here I am going back to the old thing. Just excited and grateful for the opportunity. I feel like I got my Willy Wonka ticket to go to this thing, so let's see where it goes. Holler at you guys in a little bit. When I am finished fighting traffic, I'll show you guys what's up and we'll get into it. We made it. We fought through the traffic. I'm going to keep it really, really short because I'm super duper late. But it's your boy wearing the, Luigi green, if you could tell. I don't know if you guys could see in the lighting, but yeah, so far it's super low key. They didn't even have like anything that said Nintendo. It just said event. Super low key, a nice day outside in LA. But I just figured like I'm gonna show you some behind the scenes kind of stuff. Trying to network, see like what's it like to be in the Nintendo factory. It's like going to, like I said, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. So stay tuned. We'll see what we find.
In the world of lines of cold. Just went in, so if you want to hang tight here, you're welcome to, or you can come through here.
Thank you. Thank
From concept art to final scene, we bring to life what's never been. Through algorithms, art and sound, imagination knows no bound. We're the architects of dreams, in lines of code our worlds gleam. With every bug we squash and fix, we're building realms of magic tricks.
Right here, the Nintendo Switch 2. Feels really good. I can't wait to run some Super Smash on this, the Mario Kart. Everyone can get all the smoke right here. Give me all the smoke.
Of dreams in lines of code, our worlds gleam.
I really, certain games, I know it's a Mario game made for kids, but I kind of like the challenge a little bit too, where it's like, when I was a kid, that's how you got better, you kind of had to, like, it's not easy, yeah, you kind of had to. I still got it.
Switch 2 experience Los Angeles. Give it up for you all. Give it up for you all for being here. Amazing. We are so excited to have you. Thank you all, first of all, for being patient with us. Thank you all for being on time, being patient. We cannot wait to get you inside to experience the first phase of this experience. And for those of you who don't know, the very first phase.
3, 2, 1. Go as fast as you can. There we go. I should have switched arms.
Right? I was like, oh, right-handed, this is kind of hard. Boy, I won the, what was it called? The Knockout Tour out of 24. Right here, you're looking at the number 1 out of 24, the Knockout Tour champion. Thank you, Nintendo. Bro, that was a vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right, here, bro. Thank you. Thank you. You guys did great. You guys did great.
Hey, you were so close.
Oh, dude, I saw you. I was like, I don't know who's on my tail. You did it, bro. All right, y'all. What up? What up? So we're back. We are officially back with a pack. We're officially back with a pack. I got a backpack, Nintendo Switch 2 backpack. It's a cool little swag from Nintendo. It's just a Nintendo 2 little carry-on. I'm gonna show you guys a deeper on the inside. It's got like a laptop pouch or the Switch pouch, the Switch up. And it's cool. It's made of like really cool quality. This is one of the major gifts that they got. They also gave us like a sticker and stuff, but I think it's cool. Honestly, I actually did not expect to get much. I thought it would have been maybe like just a lanyard, but yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the experience at the Switch 2 experience in LA. First and foremost, it was great. The people were really, really, really dope, and I liked being with that community. I felt like if it's one thing Nintendo has done for eons, it's like building not just a community but a super dope family that I feel especially proud to be a part of. But yeah, a lot of people said they like the fit. Let me do a quick little turnaround. I call it the like kind of the tech wear Luigi. That's why I got the overalls on. It's kind of hot right now. It was a little bit cooler, but you know, swag is forever. With that being said, I just wanted to maybe give you guys some of the things I liked, maybe didn't like, and so on and so forth. So let's start with the likes. I really liked how it was set up. It's really cool, really nice, sweet spot in LA. It's really low key. I didn't expect it to be as low key as it was, but super low key. When you get in, check-in was super easy, and the folks that were there were really, really cool with just like, you know, letting us all in, talking game with us, letting us communicate with each other, telling us to make noise, all that jazz, you know. I always say when you come to these things, like, don't come with your nonchalant attitude. Don't come with, I'm too cool to be here. Nah, like, we're all literally, some of us taking the day off to be here. I'm one of them. Like, we love this stuff. So that was what I liked. I really liked that the community that came was really about it. So down from the workers down to the there's a bunch of families with their kids, bunch of I don't know where I fit, kind of like the kid grown up, but still got love for gaming. So that was really cool. So the actual console. So what I can tell you right off the top, it actually feels really, really good to hold. I remember hand holding the first Switch, and I actually enjoyed it, but I think I enjoyed it because there was nothing else like it to kind of compare to. And so at the time, just kind of having that much portable power in your hand was like kind of unheard of for me. I think the thing that came close for me, at least as a gamer, was the PS Vita. For all the PSP fans out there, the PS Vita was actually a great console in terms of hardware. I think what led to its demise is what the Switch kind of picked up on, and I thought that was cool. But where the Switch 2 kind of picks up, I think it just fixes the things that people found problematic, after they like, you know, had their like first year in with the console, the Joy-Cons are really small, the buttons are kind of hard. I found myself not using the Switch as a tablet holder. I would prop it up and just end up just using the Pro Controller to game, and that was like the portability of it, which worked for me, but I noticed it kind of deleted some of the portability of just, hey, just have it in your bag and just game it right out the bag. But we lived with it. It wasn't the end of the world. And then as we know, the Joy-Con had its drifting, and I found to have a lot of problems with the Joy-Con. I don't know if long term how durable the Joy-Cons will be around the Switch 2 as of this video, but I do know that just like right off the bat, the joysticks feel really, really nice. One thing I noticed with the joysticks that I felt really nice was that the on both the controllers, on the Pro and the Joy-Con, I found that the Joy-Cons, the actual like just the swivel rotating the stick felt really flush and really, really nice. I didn't even get that kind of feeling on a PS5 controller. I think they really scaled it back with the actual analogs and like kind of made it a little bit more I think it's the difference from using a official Nintendo controller and like a third-party Mad Catz, is where those cheap like knockoffs usually just delete all the flushness and just give you the plastic, and that's where you find problems. But I actually was really happy to hold the Joy-Con, and it's just holding it, it's much, not super larger, but it feels adequate. When you held the old Joy-Con, especially if you have man hands, it kind of felt like it was almost like a Happy Meal toy. This has a step up. I can see myself actually utilizing the Joy-Con like by itself a little bit more. I got to try out like the mouse mode playing Metroid, which was really, really impressive. I think one of the most impressive things that happened for me game-wise was utilizing the mouse mode. So for those of you who don't know, the new Joy-Con 2s on the Switch 2 have a mouse mode where you could flip it on its side, put it on a hard surface. It doesn't have to be any official hard surface. Some people were testing on their lap, and it worked really, really well. You can just kind of use it like a mouse. It's like second nature. You don't have to think about using it as a mouse because we've all used a mouse before. So immediately there's like not much to get used to because you already have been doing it for eons. So on the Metroid game, you have one Joy-Con in your hand, another one as a mouse, and it immediately is like it turns like the console experience to like a PC experience, like right off the bat. And I found it actually easier to use it in mouse mode than to use it as a typical like your first-person shooter with the two joysticks, where one joystick is for camera, the other one is for the up and down of the first person. And I found that very impressive. I actually found myself wanting to play that game more in mouse mode. The game also, you can pick up the mouse controller and it immediately switches into traditional, we'll call it for right now. And I thought that was really, really dope. I found myself just trying to swap back and forth, and I just ended up just staying in the mouse mode. It really like had me locked in like right then and there. There's a lot to dive into, so I might not even dive into everything. I just want to talk about what I like. So I think the main powerhouse game for sure was Mario Kart. And as somebody who's played a lot of Mario Kart, it kind of, at least to me, it's kind of, you know, the same thing. There's not really much difference, but that doesn't mean it wasn't fun. So these are the parts that like I felt like were really fun. I really, really enjoyed the knockout. That's what it's called. It's called knockout. And basically, so now in traditional Mario Kart, I believe it started with like 8 players, and then I think it went to 12. Now we're at 24, double the 12. And so knockout is basically you're on I want to say one course, but the courses change as you go, so it's like 3 courses in one. But anyway, as you're driving, it's pretty much like who could finish first. So every time you pass a certain lap, you knock out, you know, a certain number of players. So it's like in the beginning, it'll say, race until you, by the first checkpoint, if you're not in 16 and above, you're out. And basically how they had it set up as an experience, they had multiple TVs, they had multiple people, everybody had their own station. So you had 24 people at their own station, and it was almost like playing online, but in person. So you can hear everybody like chattering and stuff, but you're still on your own. And I thought that was really, really cool, having that like tournament style. And I think why Nintendo did this is because you can do it in person, you can do it online, and I feel like the experience kind of stays the same. I know with a lot of online gaming, it's kind of, the online portion is, it's built for being online. So you have pretty much everybody, instead of going to everybody's house, it's like, hey, I stay at home, I got my gaming rig here, we jump on Discord or whatever party chat, and we're on. And that's cool. I wouldn't knock that. There's nothing wrong with that. But growing up on the couch days, I really appreciated just having that like person next to me and whatnot. And I think Nintendo has always been the leader of like holding on to those like dear rituals. So I feel like doing the knockout was really fun. So fun that your boy got number 1. I came up as number 1 out of 24 in a rig full of Nintendo heads. So I got a lot of props. The staff thanked me. I want to bounce back to a clip. Hopefully you guys could see it. I was really stoked. But the knockout was super fun. I felt like anyone that's played Mario Kart is familiar with the party games that come with it. So like they had like the kind of capture the flag thing, or the famous like the balloon challenge, where you try to knock that, you're all in like one arena and you're just throwing items at people, and whoever could stay alive. I think that's like, Mario Kart gets so slept on for its like party style games, to the point where they even took it out of Mario Kart 8 and then they put it back on the Switch rendition. So it's a big deal. In terms of getting back to the Switch, though, it's a Switch 2 event. So they had Mario Party. Mario Party is one of those games where I think it kind of had like a great fall off. And so jumping back into Mario Party more recently is really kind of like brought me back to like what made it fun, when the mini games, the treachery, all of that, really, really fun. So they had the new Mario Party Jamboree. I haven't had a chance to play it, but they had it for the Switch too. This is one of those things where I feel like going to the experience really made my decision, because they had it set up with the camera. The Switch 2 comes with like a camera, and so it acts like, I thought the camera at this point was just for like video calls almost. Having the camera set up and it's like one big FaceTime gamer thing, which I was kind of skeptical about because it's Nintendo, you know? And they were never, in my opinion, the best when it came to communications while gaming. So I was thoroughly impressed with how they utilized it so far. They had the camera set up and they gave everybody a Joy-Con. And immediately I was impressed, because you start the game by taking a photo, and then that photo is your avatar. So you are now moving in the game. And immediately, like, you get hyped. I was hyped. I did not expect that. They handed me the Joy-Con. It was me and 3 other players. And immediately I was like, oh, this is Jackbox. This is Jackbox, like, all over again, because now you have Bowser. In the game we played, Bowser was kind of like the ringleader, and we're playing mini games, and he's like the host, and I'm like, yo, this is Jackbox. And not to knock Jackbox at all, I think Jackbox wouldn't have been Jackbox without Mario Party. So I think Nintendo was kind of looking at what they started and what Jackbox took it to, and they're like, wait, we can do this, and we can do it with our IPs, and we can kind of utilize, I think what makes it different is the Joy-Con, because with Jackbox, it's, you have your phone, and I think that is a great tool, but the Joy-Con, as of right now, I think runs laps around most phones because of the integration with the console. So utilizing the Nintendo hardware with the party style games was immediately like a hit. What I liked about it, it was split to where you have the regular Mario Party that we all know and love, and then they wanted to make like almost like an expansion pass or expansion part game called the Jamboree TV, which I guess now that I'm playing it, I think the TV means like with the camera. And it was super, super, super engaging. I think what I loved the most about it was being a gamer. I realized that as time went on, to non-gamers, watching video games got boring. And I will be the one to say that. I think, I don't know about you, but if you are a non-gamer, maybe watching somebody play Call of Duty, you immediately might reach for your phone. You might do something else. I think that's why in most modern day relationships, it's like, oh, he games, I do this. That's very common. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I could totally see this game being set up. It's like it's Christmas Eve or it's Thanksgiving, that downtime where it's like you and your fam or your friends. You have this thing set up. Even if nobody's playing, it's so engaging to watch. And the controls, at least for what we played, it is very much you. It says jump, you jump. You know, there is no press A. It's still very coordinated, so it's Mario Kart, but it's still in a way to where it's like really fun, really enjoyable, which I kind of wanted to even dive into more, because as I'm playing this game, I'm realizing, oh, it's not just Jackbox, but it's also what I've seen a lot of tech come in and out. I was playing it, I'm like, this is the Wii. This is the Nintendo Wii revamped. This is the Xbox Connect revamped. And I had to give it to Nintendo that instead of trashing some of their goofy ideas, something I did not expect that I found was that this Switch 2 is not only a part 2 to the Switch, but it's actually the better volume of projects that may have failed or succeeded in Nintendo's history. Because as I'm playing with the Joy-Con, you know, playing on the Wii, having to use the nunchuck and the Wiimote, having to have the sensor bar. Well, now the gyroscope doesn't need a sensor bar. It's using all of the gyros to kind of triangulate everything. So now you get a better version of the remote. The camera, it was set on the table, and it was able to capture a wide array of us. It was able to capture all of our facial features and all our motion. So I'm like, wait, this is an Xbox Connect hooked up to a Wii, hooked up to a maybe even a Wii U. Having a revamped Wii / Switch / maybe even Xbox, throw them in the hat. But I really saw where Nintendo kind of saw their faults and actually doubled down and said, we could do better. We could deliver. Because I think one of the biggest things with the Wii was when it first came out, it was cool, we were doing the motion thing. And then one day you just sat down and swung your arm and you realized you could just do that. With this game, it was so triangulated that you had to stand up. You had to actually jump up and down. If it said you got to make noise, there's a microphone that picked up all of our noise in a big studio space, and was able to like triangulate to us. I thought that was very impressive. Man, the bottle Sprite. I'm about 10 minutes out, about to hop off this 5. I appreciate you guys once again for just kind of watching this video. I hope you guys felt as excited through me as I was. I was there. All of my reactions were my reactions. I put the camera down and I just was myself. So thanks for just enjoying that with me. I'm not sure where I'm going to take these videos. Maybe I'll do some for other content, and I really want to tap into other gaming stuff or movie stuff. So I don't know. Maybe we could do a ride along. Maybe we could just I'm open for people that want to join up, want to talk music, or just kind of tell me how your day is. I got 2 ears. I'm a good listener. So with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you guys later. If you get a Switch 2, holler at me. I'm down to play some games. If you got a Switch 1, holler at me. I'm down to run it. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later, and have a good weekend. Peace out.